Hey everybody, Wes Adams here at Siggraph 2012 at the Autodesk booth. I'm with David Cullipher, founder and creative director of Sabertooth. David just presented something fantastic at our booth here, talking about how the nature of 3D content is changing and expanding and evolving. Can you tell me a little bit about what you see in the future and the expansion of 3D content and its application?
Well, basically, the platforms and the channels, if you will, of content needs is going to grow tremendously. It already has. You know, the 3D, as far as a visual effects device and a tool set, has been, of course, provided us great imagery for television and the silver screen. But, you know, by 2015, we're going to have 600 million new screens in everybody's hands. And also, not only that, but they're going to be able to touch them and interact with the content. And with the 3D pipeline and 3D tool set, the tools that we already know and use today are really the only way to solve a lot of those problems. Because you can't take a photo or a video and move around an object, but we can in 3D. And not only that, but there's going to be more interactive billboards and bus shelters and wallpaper that has video content on it. This technology is existing today and it's going to be developed, and it all needs stuff. It all needs cool storytelling, interactive content developed.
And you mentioned, so many more screens and people interacting with the content. How does that change when you're working on a project? What do you have to do differently? What do you have to consider?
Well, you have to think a bit differently, because you are now telling a story that can be changed by the user, right? And so you have this linear thing that at this frame I'm going to convey this emotion, and this is the experience that this is going to get from the viewer. You don't have a viewer anymore, you have a user, right? And a user wants to be able to change what they're seeing and see what happens. And so whether you're doing a pre-rendered pipeline or a game pipeline or whatever it is on these devices, you have to give them those decision points and think about how that changes your story now, and letting them have that power over your content.
And what are you guys working on right now at Sabertooth, or what are you focusing on? What's in the pipeline?
Oh goodness, well, we just launched quite a few iOS-based games using, of course, same 3D pipeline, which is amazing that we can use the same artist to generate game content for iOS device, full 3D games. And then we're constantly developing, we have some new tools that we're launching as well, as far as 3D real-time rendering as well, that you can check out on our site for 3D rendering as a web service. Again, we're all about using digital tools to put the power back in the hands of the consumer and the user so they can write their own stories with our content. And so that matters if we're working with an agency or a brand. It doesn't matter to us. If you put that storytelling power to the end user, they're going to engage with your story, your product, your idea better.
Sounds fantastic. Guys, check out David's presentation at area.autodesk.com. It's really insightful. It's fantastic. David, thank you so much for joining us.